Let's start. My name is Eugene, and I'm Lido tech lead. I'm going to share today my personal view on near future of Lido. It's actually Lido timeline for 2024. And when it comes to setting goals within a DAO, it's important to explain how it actually works because DAO can plan the future because it's on-chain entity coordinated by voting, right? Another important disclaimer that Lido contributors, it's not Lido DAO, it's different things. And Lido contributors is human beings that contributing to Lido in any way. They're coordinating off-chain, preparing proposals, and put it up for voting. Snapshot on-chain or on-chain, Aragon voting, whatever. And token holders actually approve that proposals and can vote or not vote on a proposal. And what is important is that LDO holders is an open set. So how actually to plan the future together with the faceless anonymous token holders? To fix this, this summer, Lido DAO ratified its mission, vision, and purpose through a snapshot vote. And it's extremely important to align on things like that if we're talking about DAO. But it still doesn't have with timelines, right? Because how contributors would know what is the next step desired by LDO holders? That's why Lido came up with a special process for that. We call it GOOSE. And GOOSE stands for the Guided Open Objective Setting Exercise. Let me explain what it is. It actually works very similar to blockchains. So there is a genesis event and yearly cadence. So you can say like it's actually 1 year, and in the beginning of year, it's call for proposals. Anyone can submit proposal. After that, there is a review stage, and after that, all proposals, it's put it up on a snapshot votes. And once we have like wind proposal, after that, DAO contributors can just take a look and build their things in alignment with that wind proposal. And for Genesis proposal, like recently it was Genesis proposal was approved. It happened on November 2nd, and there was only one proposal by Hasso, it's Lido strategic advisor. And here you can see 3 main points that Lido contributors should focus on next year. It's very easy. Laser focus on security. Also growth opportunities like institutional stakers and Ethereum alignment. And what I'm going to share with you, it's my personal view on possible timeline for Lido 2024. So like now I can share with all these like disclaimers, and yeah, 2 disclaimers that since I'm primarily builder, I'm focused on features or challenges that can be solved through the code. Yeah, and the second, by my role, I have a pretty good visibility what different contributors team are up to, and I want to share with you. And first one, it's about risk mitigation. So it's about laser focus on security. It's about validator set diversification. What risk we are addressing by the decentralization validator set? Current validator set is pretty good, but there are too many risks. It's hard to scale in the long term, and there is a big potential for collateralization. And during V2, we built staking router, which it's a concept that allow you to build like models that can implement different validator set principles. Currently, we have only created models that plugged in staking router, but it's possible to build in other models. And as Lido contributors, we are aligning that there are two most important directions. It's permissionless and DVT. And the next step, which likely would happen in the beginning of next year, is the launch of simple DVT model in collaboration with OBEL and SSV, and its experimental model. And it would have limited amount of stake, but it allows us to onboard more node operators. That's very important. And next, OBEL and SSV teams exploring an opportunity to build their models, which would be also plugged in staking router. And last but not least, it's a community staking model, which is actually allow permissionless entry with a bond. So it's similar to Rocket Pool model. And we hope that it would be possible to build and deploy all these models during 2024. And this would help to expand node operator set and node operator amount from like 40 to hundreds. That's about validator set. Next one is governance risk. Governance risk, like governance capture risk, one of the biggest risk, like for Lido DAO and probably for other DAOs too. And how it can be possible? Malicious actor could buy or steal sufficient amount of LDO and try to attack stakeholders by upgrading the protocol in a malicious way. This would affect STF users, and we want to give them an opportunity to leave before the vote would actually activate it. Let's take a look on a slide. Here is the happy path, how dual governance working. There is a malicious proposal that reached the quorum, but not activated yet. And STF holders could log their STF into VitoVault. And once they do it, time log would extend it, and no vote can be activated during that time log. And finally, once it's some significant portion of stakeholders would be logged into veto, say like 5% of STF, veto state would be activated, and STF would be withdrawn and given back to the holders. So this is a like rough idea of the mechanism. The real mechanism would be more complicated because it addresses all challenges and all edge cases and attack vectors. And recently, it was a relaunch of forum thread. You can check out the thread using this QR code. And it was a relaunch. And last iteration of research was published by Sam. And if you're interested to take a look or contribute or, I don't know, write a blog post or trying to provide your input, all that contribution are welcomed because it's very novel mechanism and like would be happy to collaborate. Another risk it's related to like Oracle risk. And the idea is very simple that Lido relies on Oracle to deliver CL balance to smart contract. Currently, it's 9 different parties and 5 is a quorum. By adopting KE 4788, we can mitigate this risk with like ZK. So with ZK, it's possible to do in a trustless way. And 3 different teams proposed their potential solution on Lido Research Forum, and we're thinking about multi-proval architecture because the ZK technology is still new and we want to ensure reliability. And the last thing about risk, it's execution layer triggerable exits. Once EIP 702 would be available on Ethereum, all LST, including Lido, would need to adopt. Right now, it's on discussion stage, and it's scheduled for Prague Electro hard fork. It's next after the next, so we're probably half of a year away from it. Let's move to opportunities. I think that the most important opportunities next year would be institutional stakers. And like institutional stakers, they require much more flexibility than retail customers. They seek the ability to choose risk and probably not operators. In the same time, Lido must preserve staff fungibility and network health. So it's probably possible to build a model similar to stake-wise fee-free, but the main challenge is to ensure that stake would distribute evenly. We have an idea how we can do it. It can be done by incentivized stakers that choose node operator in ways that improve like stake distribution with a better LTV. And we probably should focus on it next year. Another opportunity is restaking, and for sure it's a good way for stakers to get more rewards with the same amount of stake. And it obviously would be popular, but my view here is that we need to research risk first. And I did some napkin math on the side of the slide that given Lido TVL and daily rewards, to push Lido APR on 1%, it requires like 200 million USD per year. So I think that right now it's not really, it doesn't make sense to include this into STF rewards. And the last one, it's like Ethereum alignment, like pretty broad thing. But I think that the idea of Ethereum alignment for LST is that a large LST should not harm Ethereum, but instead assist in reducing risk. And almost all that I've talked about are reducing risk for Lido and Ethereum network as a whole, right? And but there are additional ideas that I want to share with you that might be beneficial not only for Lido, but for other LST too. First, it's adopting EIP 72551, increasing max effective balance. It's not directly related to like LST rewards amount or something, but it's very important to important for network itself because it's important step towards single slot finality. The second one, it's like idea how like there is no way to ossify Lido right now, and upgradability is the biggest risk. And we came with the idea to like partially ossify. It's kind of allow protocol upgrade only on Ethereum hard forks, but it would require EE because right now there is no way to know how much blocks passed since last hard fork on a smart contract level. And the third idea is actually allow users and node operators to fork any LST in case of dual governance veto situation. I'll explain a little bit more of it. One of the downsides of dual governance is long withdrawal period, which could take months. And one of the ideas that raised during dual governance research is what we call LST forking. What if instead of withdrawal, holders can move their position from one LST to another without going through withdrawal and deposit queues? And it can be possible, it might be possible if it would be a way that change withdrawal credentials of validator. So forking in that case will require coordination between STF holders and node operators. So it would require base layer to support features similar like 0, 0 to 0, 1 withdrawal credential rotation. And in general, it's a good way to avoid vendor lock for LST users and to de-risk LST without overloading Ethereum consensus. And that's it. Let's build together. Like it's a lot of work on 2024. Thank you.